Hi guys, today I have another non-beauty favourites video for you, and I really enjoyed filming this last month, so I'm excited to make these a regular occurrence. But I have my list here, so I'm going to let you know what I was loving in the month of April. So the first thing that I want to talk about is a TV show, and I really got into this month, and it was Matt's sort of idea to watch it because we both heard good things, and it's on Netflix. It's Suits, and I'd heard a lot of people talk about Suits, but I didn't really know what it was about. It's essentially about a law firm in New York, and it follows I won't kind of spoil the story, although it happens right at the beginning of the first season, but it follows someone who is new in the firm and also some kind of older, more established lawyers, and it just kind of centres around the firm basically and the private and professional lives of the people that work there. But it's such a good TV show, really funny. Like, some of the things that happen in it are not very realistic, some of the things are more realistic, and I love Donna. Like, if any of you watch Suits, tell me, do you love Donna? Because she's like my favourite character. I think she's so funny, really witty, she's smart, I think she's gorgeous, and yeah, she's my favourite character, so I love Suits. And my second thing this month is actually something that I got the opportunity to do last week. I was invited to bake with John Whaite, who's the winner of the Great British Bake Off, not this one that's just been on, but the one before. And he was so nice. Like, honestly, I'm not the most confident baker. I love cooking and I like making things like cookies and brownies, anything that basically doesn't have to rise a lot, because I'm not someone that likes following the rules when I cook. I like throwing everything in, so baking is like my worst nightmare because you have to kind of follow everything, otherwise it's not going to turn out. But yeah, I got the chance to go and bake with him, and it was so much fun, and he was the nicest guy. And it was actually, Matt works at a website called Aveo.com, and they organised it, and obviously they knew that I was a blogger, so they invited me to go along. But it was through Matt's work that I got the opportunity to go, and I got this cookbook which is actually signed by John. And yeah, there will be an actual full video because I did a little I filmed a little video of like a Q&A that we had with John, so that will be up on my like recipe cooking healthy living channel, so I'll link that channel below if you want to check that video out. But yeah, basically that was a really great experience and I really enjoyed that. Speaking of food, I have a food favourite this month, and this was actually a food favourite last month as well, but I wanted to put it in the video and Matt ate my last bag that I was planning on showing you, so that didn't work out. But it's this popcorn, and it's by Metalfe, and it's the skinny Topcorn, and I've tried tons and tons and tons of these, like all different flavours, and I really like all of them. There isn't one that I don't like, but my absolute favourite has to be this one. It's the chocolate Crackle, and I am in love with it. It's really good if you fancy something sweet and you don't want to have a bar of chocolate, but essentially it's popcorn, and it's got this like drizzle over it that's sort of like the coating of a toffee apple, like a sugary, hard kind of sugary candy, but it's chocolate, but it's only like drizzled over the top, so it's not completely coated, so they're not a terrible, they're like 230 calories, but they really, probably half a bag would be enough. Like, they really satisfy you, and it really tastes like you're eating sweets. They're amazing. So if you haven't tried this flavour of this popcorn, then you need to try it. It's fantastic. And again, on like a food and drink theme, I've been loving flavoured coffees. So I used to get flavoured instant coffee when we were having the house renovated, but since we've moved in, I've got an espresso machine, and I really do like to use ground coffee or coffee beans where I can, because I'm just a bit of a coffee addict and I don't really like instant coffee that much. Like, I'll settle for it, but in my own home, if I was to make coffee, I would just, you know, it's not that difficult to make like proper fresh coffee. So I have just been having espresso and just buying like Italian espresso. I really wanted to try some gourmet coffees, and I have been really loving two flavours in particular. So these are ground coffee, and you just put these in your coffee machine like and make, you know, fresh coffee with it. They're not instant coffee. But this first one is red velvet cake, and it's so delicious. It's really nice sort of after dinner coffee, or if you wanted something like a bit of a sweet treat and you don't want to have like a Starbucks or a Costa or something with lots of like sugar and syrup in it, these are fantastic. And then the other one that I've got here is the Michael's, and this is the Dulce de Leche coffee, and this is delicious. I actually have this in the morning. Like, it's not sickly to the point where, you know, you couldn't have it in the morning. It's just got that hint of like a caramelly, buttery flavour, and it's so nice. So I'm loving flavoured coffee, and they're really good like if you're trying to, you know, not eat a ton of sugar and syrup and all that kind of stuff, because it's just infused in the coffee and it's not, you know, really heavy or anything like that. The next thing that I really like, and this is going to sound really weird, but it's a water bottle, and I bought this water bottle on Amazon and I really like it. It's by Aladdin and it's BPA free, which means that, you know, you can use it lots and lots and put it in the dishwasher and clean it, and it's very like thick sturdy plastic, but it's got this handle on, so it's really good if you go for a walk or if you want to take it to the gym. It's perfect. But the reason I really like this is I only like water if it's ice cold. I hate like warm water, or like when you take a bottle of water, like a regular bottle of water, and you put it in your bag and like throughout the day it gets warm, and I never end up finishing them just because they go warm. And it's not that I don't like the water or that I don't want to drink the water, but I can't stand like tepid drinks. I like ice cold water. And what I like about this is you have this here, it's got the lid, and you screw that on. So it's completely like fine to put in your handbag, and you unscrew this and you drink out of it, that's fine. But you can also unscrew this bit here, and the reason that I really like this is you can fill this like all the way up to here with ice cubes, and I have a fridge freezer at home that just dispenses ice cubes, so it's perfect. I just fill it all the way up with ice cubes, and then I fill the rest of it up with water. The ice melts throughout the day and your water is always cold. And the other thing I really like about this is, like I said, the fact that you can just shove it in the dishwasher, and you know, you don't have to worry about like the plastic being like having a lot of chemicals in it and leaching into the water because it's BPA free. And I really like putting big slices of fruit in here, like lemons and limes, and it just makes your water really enjoyable to drink, and I just love having this in my bag. My next favourite is a magazine, and this is Oh Comely magazine. I will link a blog post below. This is my new issue that just came, and I haven't opened it because I'm going away, or I will be away when you watch this. Ooh, confusion. And I wanted to keep it in this so I could just like shove it in my carry-on bag and it wouldn't get all tatty. But yeah, Oh Comely magazine is a magazine that I subscribe to, and I first found it in Euston Station and I fell in love with it, and I subscribed sort of there and then, and I love it so much. And I find this magazine to be a real breath of fresh air because it has short stories, it has bits on art, culture, style. It's just a really beautiful magazine. It's things that you wouldn't necessarily read about elsewhere, and I don't read like a lot of women's sort of glossy magazines because I write about beauty, I read blogs, I get most of my information from blogs, but when I do buy a magazine I want it to be nicely curated, I want the photography to be amazing, and that's everything I want is in this magazine. So I'll link a blog post that I've done on the magazine below because you can see some more photos of the issue that I've photographed in that particular blog post. But yeah, I love it. The last two things that I want to talk about are apps. The last month I mentioned some apps and you guys seem to like that. I like talking about apps because I love apps in general. The first one is Spotify Premium, and I personally believe that the future of all kinds of entertainment, TV, film, music, things like that will be subscription services. I think the way we're moving in sort of the digital age is towards that, and things like Amazon Prime and Netflix, which I subscribe to both of those, and then I can watch, you know, films and TV shows sort of like, rather than paying to see one film, I can just pay a certain amount every month and watch as many TV shows and things like that as I want to. And I have long believed that the same sort of thing was good for music. I've had Spotify Premium in the past, but when I had Spotify Premium in the past I wasn't on 3 in terms of my network, and I did have a limit to my internet, and I was always scared of going over my limit and being charged for sort of streaming the music. But I've recently got it again because my plan that I'm on my phone is all you can eat data, that's what it's called. I'm with 3 and I've got unlimited internet, and so I don't have to worry about, you know, using this as my main music source. So I don't really store any music on my phone, and what I do is you can make offline playlists on Spotify. So if I really want to listen to an album, like right now I'm away when you're watching this, obviously I won't always be connected to an internet source because I'm going to turn my roaming off while I'm away, but I can just choose what I want to listen to when I'm on holiday and select available offline, and if I select that then I can listen to them even when I have no internet connection, when I'm on the plane, when I'm on the beach over there, and it's just like they're on my phone, and I just think it's amazing. I use it all the time in my car. The phone just pairs up with the Bluetooth in my car and plays through my sound system, and it's amazing. And the thing that I really like about Spotify as well is if I want to go work out, or if I want to relax, or I want to just make a meal, and let's say I'm in a rush and people come over and I don't know what to put on and I haven't got a pre-made playlist, I don't just want to play one artist, you can go onto Spotify and look at the playlist and look at the mood, and you know, you might be working out and you might want like a high tempo workout, or not aggressive workout but like rap workout or dance workout, pop workout, and you can choose all these different playlists that other people have made and curated. And I really find that if I listen to those kinds of playlists I discover new artists as well, so I really like it. I love it. And then the last thing is another app, and it's called TimeHop, and basically I really like TimeHop because if you've been on social media and online for a few years, like I think my Facebook account is probably about 5 or 6 years old now, it's really cool to look back on old pictures and you don't have to get out a physical photo album and you can find things online. What I really like about TimeHop is it's sort of like time travel, so each day I get a notification and I log into TimeHop on my phone and it basically shows me what I was doing a year ago on this day. So let's have a look. So a year ago today, if I just get this up for you, my battery's running really low. So a year ago today I did a video on cutting your own bangs, DIY bangs, and then it also goes back 2 years ago I was getting ice cream with Matt, and it basically pulls from your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and shows what you were posting. And there's even this embarrassing picture of a night out in fancy dress 5 years ago. So it's just a really cool app. It's really fun. It's, I think, really cool to reconnect with people that you might not have spoken to in a while, because if you get a picture up you might like tweet that and copy the person in and be like, oh I can't believe this was 5 years ago. And I just think it's a really fun app sort of to look back on and to reminisce, especially like I said, now that most people have been online for a good few years, you definitely get some dodgy, embarrassing pictures and funny memories with that now. That's it for this video. I'll list everything in the video description below, but I hope you all had a fantastic April, which I've probably already said to you in my beauty favourites video, but I'll say it again, and I hope May is going really well for you so far. Bye!